Hi everyone, it's Stacy from Bubbles and Biscuits, and today we're going to talk about one of the most popular questions I get asked as a frequent cruiser. So, as you know, currently I've been on 12 cruises at this time, and I have plenty more planned to go. Well, with that being said, a lot of older and newer cruisers ask the same question, oddly enough. How are people getting cruises cheaper than me? Well, we're going to go ahead and discuss that today because there's a lot involved. They've been tracking you just to see what you can do, if you know what I mean. So, please follow along. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and click that bell button so you will not miss another informative video after this. Let's go! Ways to get a cheaper cruise include stocks, group discounts, certificates and promotions, booking through some websites or travel agencies, casino player offers, and ride with a casino player. Get a good friend, rub some elbows here and there. You know what I mean? So, we're going to go through each one and discuss them one by one. First is stocks. So, stocks in that current cruise line and becoming a shareholder is a option that you have. But it also does come with some benefits and consequences, I hate to tell you. In order to qualify for onboard credit, because you have to have a certain amount of stocks to get to that point to get credit. Your onboard credit is what you would receive to use actually on board or prior to on board when you're booking things. But the benefit of it is, I guess you can say it's free money you're putting to good use, which is really still your money at the end of the day. So you can have these onboard credits applied, and it depends on how you use them. There is a reservation deadline, apparently, with Carnival in order to book cruises with these benefits. So we're going to use Carnival just for an example. Royal has them, Norwegian has them. Pretty much all the cruise lines are open to letting you buy a little piece of the resistance so you can join us and continue your cruising fun time life. But as I said, there are like issues with it. There are stipulations, and y'all seriously need to read the fine print. So you have to have a minimum shares to receive these tiers of onboard credit. Well, currently on Carnival, and this was taken a while back, I want to say like a few months ago when I started researching about this. Um, Currently, in order to receive just onboard credit alone to even qualify, you have to have 100 stocks of Carnival. So you have to pretty much pay attention to how the stock market is playing out and have 100 on demand technically when you're trying to book. Now, what I do not know is if you contact Carnival and they put you on a specific list and you're speaking to somebody when you're trying to book these, or because they see that you have the $100 credit, like the 100 stocks, do they reach out to you and offer you specific promos because you have them? Because my question would be, if you happen to if you sell those stocks, does your promos disappear? So, or, you know, if you sell the stocks but you have a cruise booked, what happens? Do you have repercussions at that time? Because stock market's unpredictable. I mean, it's your money. You gotta watch out for your money. So just consider that. One of the main restrictions after reading through their T's and C's, terms and conditions, is there are restrictions. Who can and cannot use these, and they cannot be used with any other promos or discounts. So one of the common things that I've heard so far about the stocks and the onboard credit is casino players can't do both. Please, if I say anything incorrect, please correct me in the comments. I will come out with a correction video to address these issues. But from what I have heard and what I have seen in conversations on Facebook and Reddit, looks like you can't have the casino promos for onboard credit and these as onboard credit. Like, you're not going to be able to stack it. So that comes down to what we have below, which is a example of their tier currently when it comes to North American brands. So when they mean North American brands, that means the ships that are leaving North America. Like, that's your departure port. That's what that means. So you have your onboard credit per sailing days, and you're talking about for 14 or more, $250. When you got, between 6 and 13, $100. And if it's less than 6, $50. I mean, it can be good and it can be bad, but what it doesn't say is this stackable with how many people you have in your room? That's part of the T's and C's you should look into. Because, a lot of us travel with family. It doesn't mean you're going to have, oodles and noodles onboard credit. Just be careful when you're looking at these and keep everything as a consideration. And if you do not have any answers for the specifics, call them. You have plenty of people you can talk to that can answer these questions. Just call their hotline. Next. So, we have group discounts. What a group discount is when a group of people get together and want to book. That means all of y'all would be ready with your deposit at that time. Yes, deposits can be kind of pricey depending on what cruise line you're booking with and at the time. But you're getting a discount a little bit depending on how many of y'all are booking at once. So there is that benefit. So when you book, there is a minimum you have to hit for it. Now, I'm not sure if there's the basic minimum and then a tiered discount per how many people start joining on, or if it's from the beginning. If you have 20 rooms, is this now going to be the rate? 12% for everybody that wants to add on, or this, that, and other, or what? Because it kind of sounds like, just my opinion, if I booked 5 rooms because all these other folks are coming with me and everything. So let me take that back. If we the people, if we book 5 rooms per se, does this mean that later on our price from what we got as sticker price is going to change or not? Probably, I'm going to say not. So whatever it is from when you started, it's not going to be like a moving tier. And look, we're just going to be honest. Companies don't like to give money back. So whatever is the start is never going to be the finish. So let's just tell you that, okay?
Hello, my friends. I'm Scuba Steve. So I'm here to let you know about this wonderful mask that we have today. And you can purchase one of these on Amazon. This is the benefit of having one of these. So you can clearly hear me speak. This would be just a scuba mask. Not a diving mask. Don't do that. You can hear me speak through it all and everything. I can see clearly. It's not up to my face where I barely can see and squint and everything. When I breathe in, the air is coming from here. When I breathe out, it's coming from here. It's a very nice fit. I don't have any issues. It's solid. There's no water when it comes in. There's no water when I'm in the water. It's a very snug fit. Just the idea that I can actually now talk underwater and you can hear me as is already great. So, the mask is not that expensive. Very small when you put it in your bag. And it's just very convenient to actually have with you, so you don't have to rent a mask or buy a mask later on that you can't even speak with. Very different when it comes to changing the game when you're in the water. Here is the mask I was just wearing. As I said, it's a nice fit. There's rubber all on the side, clearly. It might absorb a little makeup here and there, but that means it's working. You have head straps. It's not just one solid strap. You have double straps. It doesn't bother your ears or anything. And here's the part where you can speak and everything and you can hear. This is the little air supply at the top. Just pops down and it just lays on top just like that. As I said, it's a very, very convenient fit in your suitcase. It's surprisingly, it's not heavy either. Maybe just like 1 pound or so. So you could put it in your carry-on if you wanted to. But this does change the game. The idea that you could hear me this whole time when I was speaking with it on is different. Because usually when you have a snorkel with the thing in your mouth and just a little pipe up here, you can't speak. You over here like, you mumbling. You can't hear anything. You could actually hear me speak. And then as you're just traveling in the water, you're just going through and you can still speak to anybody. Turn. It's great. I mean, I would buy it again if I didn't have one, personally. Check out the link below, and that is where it is in the Amazon store. I'm an Amazon affiliate. There's no additional charge to you if you go ahead and use the link to purchase this. This is a way to help out the channel without being a member, or, you know, I'm not at the level of membership yet. So, buy one.
Just as an example, on Norwegian Cruise Line, it's 5 rooms for 10% off. I found that out when I was traveling with some friends, and the offering was there. Well, I'm a casino player, so technically, I didn't need that. But it was an option if I wanted to join into the group. Now, what the actual cruise line rep told me that was actually pretty important, I can go ahead and start off the group rate as a casino player. I think there may be some stipulations where if I start and then others use my booking, that's where the discount comes in, and I think that's where it could be a higher percentage. But that's like, as I said, it's an upfront thing. I don't think it's a gradual like increase as you know add more. Okay, so you can get these discounts by through a regular travel agent outside the cruise line or travel agent within the cruise line. Plenty of large families do this all the time. You ever go on a cruise and you see a lot of people wearing the same shirt? Oh my God. Kids, grannies, grandmas, 5 generations, same shirt. Yeah, I guarantee you they got a group discount. Yes, they did. What we got next? Okay, so certificates and promotions. By mail, you have an option to receive a certificate. You have an option to receive a certificate by email. They will flood your email box. I'm not pointing any fingers. Royal. um, you can win them in a competition. You can be rewarded for participating in a timeshare, and it also can be a reward for a casino. So, now let's talk about each one of these in detail. By mail, I took my dad on a cruise. As I said previously, I'm a casino player. I started off at the land-based casinos, and they're like, oh, free cruise. Would you like one? Okay. But you got to come out here to pick it up. So I got to go all the way over there. They're going to pick up my little piece of paper. But it was a great little piece of paper. Yes, it was. Because that's the one that got me cruising. Hi. So you get your little cruise paper from the casino because land-based casinos partner with on the sea casinos. Now, truth be told, from what I've gathered, just from dealing with hosts and stuff like that, and talking with how things work on the backside, it kind of sounds like the casino is actually separate from the cruise line, but it's still a part of the cruise line. Similar to just like the spa is separate, and but it's still a part of it. So like you can't do a double discount at the spa, so you can't use like a freebie at the spa, and then also like your coupon that you got from the spa because you won it in a raffle. Yeah, one day I will go over that because I want to tell you that's one of the most annoying things I've ever had in my life. Get a certificate that says you won $500 or you won $200, and you can't use that on discount. It has to be a full price service. Lord, we'll talk about that later. So anyway, you get the promo by mail. You call in. You find out about it. But let me tell you, by mail, by email, pretty much same promo. It's just, it depends. You got to follow the rules on how to actually acquire said object. If it's from a land-based casino, they're going to make you go over there to that casino and pick it up. You might have 2 chances to pick it up. You miss those chances, the end. If it's one that physically says you got to be there, don't try to ask, can it be sent to me? It will not come. You got to go over there. Promise you. You got to go over there. Okay? I know it's an inconvenience, but you worked for this. Now, the lowest, the least expensive room they're 10 to 1 going to offer you based on your play and the hopes that you will play with them. It's going to be an inside room, but you have the ability to upgrade into a different room. The upgrade will be cheaper than if you would have not had your certificate. So an example I want to say is going to be with NCL, Norwegian. So the first cruise that my dad was supposed to go on with me, as you know, he passed away. The first cruise was supposed to be on the Bliss, and I got that out of a certificate. And actually, it was a certificate. It was a certificate pre-COVID, and I was supposed to be going to like Long Beach, going out of Long Beach to go to like the west side of Mexico, and then boom, COVID hit. So then they extended the time I can use this promo. So, but I had to use it at a certain time, and I think they gave like cruise credit, or yeah, they gave cruise credit as well for it because of the inconvenience, COVID, you know. So the first one we were gonna go on is Alaska. Well, I was offered it inside. Yay, I achieved. So at that point, I'm like, well, let's upgrade. Let me tell you, number one, if you can go to Alaska, and that's an option on your list, beautiful, beautiful. But I'm gonna warn you, the shore excursions are going to be one of the most expensive excursions because Alaska and Hawaii had the most expensive excursions I ever did see in my life. I have not looked at Europe, so don't go after me for that. But with that being said, Alaska though, I did not want to bring him up there first cruise and not have a window. So I wanted a balcony. So I'm like, hey daddy, you okay with us upgrading? You want to do a balcony? Sure. So we upgraded. And the upgrade cost, I think, for a balcony was after tax. No. Because, okay, when you do upgrade, certain fees go up too. Your taxes and fees do not go up, but your basic cost goes up and your insurance goes up if you got cruise insurance. So I wanted a balcony, and we come to find out that a spa balcony was like $100 more, and the spa pass for Norwegian was like $299 for the first song. So it would be cheaper if we both just sucked it up, threw $100 on there, and then we get the spa balcony. So I'm gonna say the upgrade was maybe like $800 or $1,000 per person, somewhere around that. But when you consider if the base fare for a inside room without a promo is like $3,000, and we're in a room that's a spa room, and those usually run about, I don't know, 5 or 6,000. I haven't checked their rates recently, but I know it's not necessarily the cheapest. It's like one level below the Haven, okay? Spa balcony is right there. Um, but with that saying, you're talking about like 7 grand per room or plus, and that's split amongst two people. So technically, we got in the room for less than half of the price of what the room would cost because I'm a casino player. See the deal? So it is worthy to upgrade, especially if it's something that you are dying to see. Because I mean, the beauty of the place was great. Unfortunately, Daddy did not make it to see that cruise. I did a burial at sea. I'll have a video on that later, how that works. That was fun. Um, but anyway, if you have an option to upgrade and you really, really want to see the sights, or you want a balcony or suite or something, you can get it at a discount. But you're going to pay double occupancy, especially if you solo, you're going to pay double occupancy. Okay, so if you wanted them in a competition can be, I won it at bingo on the cruise ship. Yeah, you know exactly what I'm talking about if you've been on the cruise ship playing in the big giant room of people that's overcrowded, and sometimes they bring their little children to go and dab a spot. I do not encourage that. Just let the kids go over there. But anyway, so you can win them that way. So yes, you can win them on the cruise ship. You can also win them in a raffle too. It depends. You can win them by a casino reward. If you are doing a tournament, you can win them that way. They can be rewarded for participating in a timeshare. I don't want to name said name, but there's a company that likes to set up shop and put up these little white boxes for you to fill out your name, your address, all your who's and what's nots. And you put it in this little white box or the little see-through box and say, you can win this car or you can win this jet ski. And they like to put it in the middle of the mall. That's that company. So there's always a catch, okay? Also, if you end up in a place, let's say a boardwalk that you're at, because I know this happens at like Destin, or also in Panama City, right near Dave and Buster's. They happen to show up there, and you know what you're getting into when they ask you what your income is, because if you say you're not married, they will ask you, oh, what's your income? Do you make $50,000 a year? Or do you make such dollars a year if you buy yourself? Or if you're married, do y'all make this much together? So they're going to go ahead and try to get you to agree to do this timeshare debrief where you get kind of peer pressured in it. I know y'all can hear me. I'm telling you how it is. I don't like y'all peer pressuring me, trying to get me things. And you know how it is. Nothing's ever free. Okay? Nothing's ever free. So, you know there's a catch if someone's like, would you like a free cruise for 7 days? Would you like a free cruise for 5 days? Would you like to go to Honolulu? You know there's a catch. First of all, they don't even include the airfare to get there. And it's just the quote-unquote promo that's available. For all of these options, FYI, for every option, if you have a certificate or promo, you still will need to pay the taxes and the fees, gratuities, which are not required, but heavily frowned upon if you don't pay your people, because they still working their job. You might not like them all, but consider this is your only income. Be nice, be friendly, don't screw the pooch, okay? And your insurance. Your insurance is very important. Cruise insurance is very important. I cannot stress this enough. So those would be the fees. Even though it says free, you'll still be paying those fees. And just for clarification, the port taxes and the fees is because the boat is going to the port. That's what that is. It's a mixture of that and the fact that 10-1, the cruise line that you are on built the port. However, because it's another country, the country wants a little piece of the pie too. So that's where that comes from. Reward from the casino. So you know how like you just sitting on a slot machine and out of nowhere a host comes over. Oh, you're doing great. Oh, da 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 da. Ain't nobody considering how much you lost, but they're looking at your points. That's where you lost. So, depending on your point value, you may actually be rewarded with a free cruise while you're on the spot playing at the casino. They like to do this with older people that like to play low bet. Okay? Because let me tell you the truth. Y'all folks who play low bet will actually lose more money than a person that's betting higher. Because when you see residual wins, it don't look like a residual win. 4 cents, 5 cents, or whatever. But it's still money that's coming back. If we bet at $5, it's $5 is gone. Okay? There's no coming back. The $5 is gone. If it's a residual, awesome. But there's going to be less residuals than a person who's playing low bet, 50 lines, 100 lines, versus somebody that's playing $5, 5 lines. Food for thought. We can talk about that later. But anyway, going forward. So they can come up and walk up to you, as in the host, on the spot, can offer you a free cruise. Or with Carnival, they like to literally offer you a free cruise the last night if you hit a certain point value. I want to say, last time I checked, it was 7,500 points. Please go ahead and correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. But it was 7,500 points the last time I remember it being talked about for you to get a free cruise or some form of acknowledgement. Now, if you're at the low end of the hanging fruit tree, you're not getting the free drinks. Just telling you, just throwing that out there. So, yeah, you have all of these ways to get cruise certificates and promotions, and if there are any other ways of getting them, please leave a comment.
Hi guys, it's me again, Bubbles and Biscuits, the Amazon affiliate. Woo! Okay, so every cruise I go on, this is another item I've purchased, I believe in, and I constantly wear. So you'll see me wearing them all the time, on the deck, off the boat. It's these water shoes. They are the most amazing water shoes. So flexible. You can put them in your beach bag, in your pockets. If you got some big pockets, it will also work. I've not had a blowout with these shoes, folks. Not once. They come with the little insert in them, so you can remove the insert. You can wash it and everything like that as well. But so flexible, so nice, so comfortable. You do not end up with the sunburn on your feet because of these. And they come in various colors and sizes, men and women. So it's no discrimination, just like the rest of them. I have these. I have these. I have these. I mean, I have a variety of this version of shoe, okay? I enjoy wearing these, especially when it's on the top deck where there could be water anywhere. I can wear these inside of the hot tubs, never have an issue with it. I don't slide on the deck. I don't have any problems of slippage, which is great. Feel free to go ahead and check out the link below of this video. You can get you a pair too, because I mean, honestly, going to any destination that involves water, the one thing you don't want is wet feet. You actually have a shoe that dries off pretty quick because it's so thin. The material is not heavy, it's light, it's nice. Plus, so fashionable. Get you a pair, alright? Bye, y'all.
You can also book these through some websites and travel agencies. They might also be offering a discount. AAA likes discounts. However, AAA, last time I checked, wasn't doing great discounts. And then you also have to really, really, really pay attention to the rules if you're going to be booking outside of the cruise line. Because remember, everybody got to get their cut. Okay? In order for everyone to get their cut, 10 to 1, whatever you're about to book is going to be 100% not refundable. Or they're going to charge you a different amount for non-refundable to be refundable. So just keep that in mind. These are the known websites at the moment that I know that are offering deals. I'm not going to go into the details of what the deal looks like or how great is the deal. People, do your research. Go to the cruise line. Look at the price. Go to the website. Look at the price. Look at everything. Do not agree if you don't agree on the price. And look at the stipulations for cancellation. Because the cancellation through another website can definitely be different. Also, from one of my coworkers, I learned that there is issues when some folks are actually booking through these secondary websites to book through. So sometimes they don't pick up everything you might want to add to your cart. So they might not see your drink package, but you added it. Or there's other technical difficulties in the backside, like whatever card you put on file there doesn't transfer over. Be careful. Feel free to look at other videos and find out others that had problems, because there can be issues, and technical issues can actually leave you without a ship and you are right there at the port. Hate to tell you. So now we're going to talk about casino player offers. This is what a casino player offer looks like. These are not mine, okay? But from $100 per person for 2 guests. This means it is exactly what it says. 100 for you, 100 for me, $200. Now, them $200 does turn into onboard credit on the backside. This is Carnival. With that being said, you already got your little $200 down. Now you got to pay the taxes and the fees and the port expenses. And pretty much that actually becomes your deposit. Unless they're asking for a higher deposit than what is stated. Okay? Now, if you look at this promo, you can see in it, the first one says Elite Cruise, free balcony, as in up to a free balcony. 1,000 fun play, which is free play. You know, they're still keeping it with the F and the play. Drinks on us, included everywhere on board the ship. This means you do not have to do drive-bys at the casino to get your drink on. Which means also, while the ship is not moving, you can still have your alky. If the ship moves, you can still have your alky. If the ship's not moving, you still have your alky. Which means port days, you don't have to get off to get a drink. You can still be on there, make best friends with one of the little guys at the bar, and be like, hey bud, I like you. I want more drink. So you can do that. Your promo can include drinks everywhere on board the ship for you and your companion. That's guest 1 and guest 2. That is not guest 3 and 4. Listen, Linda. That nice price right there only applies for guest 1, guest 2. 3 and 4 will be at a discount. But they ain't going to be at that rate. And they ain't going to get no drinks. Now, consider, if you're buying a drink package, there are some restrictions where, depending on the cruise line, they might require everybody in the room that can drink gets a drinking package. Now, I'm not sure how this works if 2 are under the promo and you got like another couple and they don't drink. Does this now make they have to drink because it was free for 2? I don't know. If you know the answer, comment. Appreciate you. Now, there is another thing that's important here I want to mention. You see how it says Elite and you see how it says Ultra? So these are promotions that are available specifically for the ship. This is the time you are booking to ride this boat. Now, the Elite Cruise, they have like little things they'll give away and they'll put in your room and stuff like that, such as like these hats. So Carnival has Elite, Ultra, Premier, What's the green one? I cannot remember what the green one is, but there's another one. There's a green one and Echo. So this is what you would get from a Premier one. It's a hat. Looks like a Nick Cannon hat. Um, but they've also given posters. I don't have the stuff with me. Um, they've given a poster of the ship. They've given bottle openers, corkscrew openers, pens, baggies, like carnival related items. They'll give you. Ooh, one of the best things that they ever gave me was the little storage cubes. Man, every vacation using them like no tomorrow. Fantastic. You can put your dainties in this one, all your toiletries in this one. Fantastic. I love having that little thing. Um, so, yeah, they're kind of cheap gifts, but no, it doesn't necessarily make you feel better when you know it's a cheap gift. But it's a thought that counts on some of the cruises. Okay, so we're talking about Premier and the other one. Now, what they also have is on those are challenges and also casino games. So they may have like a big wheel that they spin and they'll call you up by name. You're like in a random name generator. Or but these are only offerings for those that are under this promotion on the boat, but it's through the casino. So you got those options. Then you also have, for example, Ultra Cruise. Ultra Cruise is the big money cruise, in my opinion, because Ultra Cruise is where you get a chance to pick up a laptop. You can pick up like some other electronics. If you're in the groups, you know about these things. So it is an interesting cruise. I've not been on any of them yet as an Ultra because they have the most inconvenient booking times I ever did see in my life. Like, there ain't nothing on season with any of these bookings, and they're not convenient. Now, surprisingly, Elite ones can actually be booked. Elite and Premier can be booked during Christmas and also Thanksgiving and Easter. Ultra, as I said, tends to be inconvenient. March, beginning of March, we're talking about end of February, before spring break, so it's like, or it may be like June, something like that. A wee bit more inconvenient, okay? So there's other options. Later on, I'll get into like those if you would like me to go into more detail because there are interesting promos you can book if you become a casino player and you are offered these things. This is the last option, okay? Which really should be your first option. Ride with a casino player. So, the reason why I say to ride with a casino player is because clearly, did you see the promotions and the benefits? Do you know how much it is for alcohol on a ship? Depending on what cruise line you're actually on, the alcohol for a 7-day cruise can be minimum $500, maximum a lot more. Okay, considering that Norwegian's drinks usually run not the premium one. If you don't get the actual drink pack, but okay, with Norwegian, it's an all-in-one type of situation. So you're not actually booking the drink pass, you're booking the drink pass, and then you're only paying for the gratuities, which is actually nice because technically you're only paying like 200 and something dollars for unlimited alcohol for as long as you're on that boat. However, if you don't get said drink pass and you actually look at how much they really charge a day, it's $99 a day. Last time I checked, these prices could have changed by now. But with that being said, that's the regular one. The premium one is more expensive than that per day. Um, so if you're on a 7-day cruise, $99, not including the gratuities, you kind of pushing your $1,000 for some alcohol. So if you ride with a casino player, you will, and I need to say this very stringently, you will be riding at a cheaper price on that cruise. Not necessarily will you automatically get the drink pass, depending on what promo they have available. But whatever perks they get, you get. Okay? So you can always make friends with other casino players and stuff like that. Or you can, you can do some bonding. Okay? You want to go on some more cruises, or you actually are open and you just want a companion or whatever. Consider making friends with people. Don't take advantage of people the wrong way, but make some friends with people. And if they're a casino player, whatever benefit they get, you get. Because if I get a gift in the room, it's times two. So it's not just me alone. The stewardess puts it in your room for both of you. So it is great. Um, Also, depending on the casino player tier you're at, and maybe your room, you could get a separate boarding line when you're coming on. You might be able to get early embarkation and debarkation, which is on and off the ship. Um, you can get certain times available and certain reservations available, or ways you reserve things available for you, that's not available to others. You could also get specific seats available to you that's not available to others. Because you're with the casino player. I'm just saying. So there are benefits that are available. You just have to know what they are. I appreciate y'all being with me and listening to me this whole time about what's actually available and how are there ways of getting cheaper cruises. But I can tell you, by default, if you go on one cruise and you are the age of retirement or you're retired, they're going to start sending you cruises like no tomorrow out of Miami. Everyone that looks extremely cheap, Miami. Maybe Orlando, but mostly Miami. If they know you in Florida, they love you. Just saying. But anyway, thanks for listening. I appreciate you. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you have any questions, shoot me in the comments below and let me know. Bye, y'all. Take care.